The merchants of 16th century Houdan built their church themselves. The same spirit of self-reliance lives on in this little northern French town. At 4.8%, Houdan has the country's lowest unemployment rate. The townspeople, such as this florist, know why.
How does it work? Everyone talks to one another. We stick together and get along with one another. Everyone works with the community. We communicate.
The heart of the town is very active. Lots of people work here, as you see. There's always something being done. We have a functioning industrial park that provides our livelihoods.
Patrick Robert's company is one of about 1,500 small and mid-sized businesses in the region. He makes shop counters and display cases, for example, for the cosmetics industry. His team is trying to convince representatives of the Galeries Lafayette department store chain that red cash registers might not be the best idea.
Red is an aggressive color, but when you have to pay, it's a delicate moment. It's better to facilitate the experience with the help of a softer color, like pale blue.
Business makes for economic growth, but the state has made conditions less than ideal for business.
When you hire someone on an indefinite contract, you're stuck with them. You have to keep them on. The dismissal procedures are very complicated in France. Employees have great legal protection.
French employees have enjoyed this protection for years. Patrick Robert's workers are no exception. He's got a workforce of 45 and is careful not to take on more than 50. Then he'd have to pay a special corporate tax, form a works council, and hire a company safety officer.
During working hours, all these people are occupied with implementing the required procedures and discussing them with the employees and getting them into place. Even if they're justified from a social standpoint, they end up cutting into the company's profit margins.
Patrick Michel is a business owner and president of the trade association. He understands the frustration.
As you see, the offices are empty now.
It's noon on Friday. France has a 35-hour work week, and every hour of overtime costs 20% extra. While the French knock off for the weekend at lunchtime, workers in other countries are still on the job. It's hard for French companies to stay competitive.
I travel a lot in Anglo-Saxon countries, the United States and Mexico as well. And France's image is deplorable. It causes lots of problems for our exports. They don't take us seriously.
This is my neighbor Patrick Michel. No, he's not a politician, he's a local businessman.
Apparently, France needs entrepreneurs more than entrepreneurs need France. In Paris, Houdan's mayor, Jean-Marie Tétard, does what he can in Parliament. The mayor and Conservative MP battles Socialist President François Hollande's fiscal policies, especially the top-heavy administrative bureaucracy.
Our administration is a legacy of centuries, and it's quite efficient. Maybe too efficient, because it's just too much. At the same time, I think administration institutionalizes its own complexity. It's an instrument of complexity.
Business owners in Houdan almost envy their counterparts in Germany, if only because the German government nurtures and supports the mid-sized companies.
Even if we don't speak the language of the power elite who govern the country, we're still able to put across a message with our simple words.
And they are?
We need more freedom and more flexibility.
The capitalists of France have nothing to lose but their chains, and they see those chains in state regulation.